What's up, YouTube world? It's your boy Halucha Lucha, aka Matthew J. Brownlee, and I'm back with another SmackDown breakdown. That's right, it is time for me to do my SmackDown review. I got my notes, so you already know what it is. Uh, we go through the show, not a review, sort of review. We went to the Blue Moon talk about the matches, but I go through the segments and the matches. I say whether I like it or not. I say why, and then I see I think talk about what they might do in the future. What is it leading up to? That is what I be doing. I'm out here Dave Meltzering it up. Dave Meltzer, Dave Meltzering, Dave Meltzerling, Dave. Anyways, this is Smack Talk. The good, the bad, and the bloodline collapses. Let's talk about it. So as always, I don't watch SmackDown because I work and I have no way to watch the show. So I watch the highlights, and seemed like a pretty good show. It seemed like uh, some good stories that's been going on on SmackDown. First good story we give thumbs up is to the whole Intercontinental Championship thing. One thing I should mention before I continue: Clash of Champions Gold Rush is on Sunday. Again, unfortunately, I have to work, which never happens. I never have to work on a Sunday, but somebody called out for the weekend, so I am taking over on Sunday. So I will be watching Clash of Champions after I get home from work. Fortunately, I don't have to work Monday, so I'm great. I'm good. And I'll also be able to watch SmackDown because I'm not working on Friday either. Um, so back to what I was saying. Promo to start off. It's supposed to be Jeff Hardy versus Sami Zayn opening match. Well, I think it's supposed to come out later, but instead, the three of them are in the ring. AJ, they all talk about each other badly, sort of. AJ was saying pretty much Jeff Hardy is a fake champion because he cheated to beat me for the title, and they was saying that Sami Zayn isn't even a champion because he's been gone for like 4 or 5 months, however long he was gone, not even defending his championship. So he's already out the picture. I don't know why he's complaining about having a match. Sammy says, well, first of all, he's like, nobody told you that you were supposed to be the winner of this fake Continental Championship tournament because you're not the right Intercontinental Champion. Goes to Jeff Hardy said, and you, for after you won the fake Continental Championship from AJ, you should have called me and said, hey, I'm not rightful champion, you're champion, I give rights over to you because you're rightful Intercontinental Champion. Jeff Hardy tells him to shut up. He's like, dude, uh, as much as I hate to say this, I agree with AJ. AJ goes, yeah, you should agree with me. I'm the smartest guy in this ring. So great. But Jeff was pretty much saying, um, while you were off not defending the title, not wanting to be here, AJ and I was out here defending the championship week in and week out. Little dig at AJ, he says some more than others. But at least we were here defending the championship and you weren't doing anything. So we're going to get this all out the way. Clash of Champions, triple threat, ladder match. Who is truthful Intercontinental Champion? You want to prove yourself? Prove yourself. Um, what's his face leaves. Sammy like leaves the ring, and then he pushes the ladder at him, attacks them both, and then he's about to leave. Scrap Iron goes in there. He's like, "Hey, just for that match was supposed to be you and Jeff. Now I'm at an AJ triple threat match, and that match that was later, right now." So that was good stuff. And then Jeff Hardy hits AJ with the twist of fate before the match starts. And the match itself was really good. When you get two guys who's really really good at wrestling, and Jeff Hardy who's really really good at being creative and charismatic, good things happen. Uh, so of course, Sami Zayn wins. He pins Jeff Hardy, um, and then AJ Styles attacks both of them with ladders. Then he climbs ladder, and now he has both Intercontinental Championships. So by WWE logic math, the winner of the match on Sunday should be Jeff Hardy. He's the one that got he ate the pin. Uh, he ate the pin to Sami Zayn, and AJ Styles left with championship. So right there, that's an indication that Jeff Hardy should be walking out Gold Rush as Intercontinental Champion. Whether he does or not, it's a different story. But uh, would smart money be on Jeff? The question would be, would smart money be on Jeff winning? Uh, I think so because I think there are more heels. Uh, but then again, like the people he already, I don't know. Maybe Sammy still might win because I think Jeff and AJ can do their own thing, like their own little story thing, and then you have opponents. And I said this last week. You have opponents for Sami Zayn, like you have New Blood, like you have maybe Big E, you have Matt Riddle, you have Drew Gulak, you have Shorty Gable, you have those crop of guys. Maybe you have Jay Uso, who maybe when he's done getting murdered by Roman Reigns, if he ever comes back, throw him in that mix or something like that. I mean, you have options for that Intercontinental Championship feud because if or AJ can also win it too, and he can have the same matches. But he just lost it to Jeff Hardy, so there wouldn't be a reason for like if they still want him to be champion, they would have kept the belt on him. As for Jeff Hardy, there's not really much for him to do with it. He's already beaten. Um, he's already beaten AJ. The biggest thing he could do is probably get his rematch because he's beating AJ for it. He's already faced Corbin multiple times. He's faced Sheamus multiple times. There's not a lot going with him in that mix right now. So I think the money would actually be on Sami Zayn being champion. Next up, a Tucky and Otis interview. Again, this is I want to say this is better than last week. The stuff that they did this week was better than last week. Uh, Otis says this funny thing. He said, my mom told me to only trust three things. He said, carnival clowns, 1% milk, and lawyers. That was hilarious. But pretty much he was talking about Mrs. Lawyers and how trash they are or whatever. Miz was talking about his lawyers and saying, "Hey, we're not doing this just to downplay you. It's like we're doing this, for the greater good of the Money in the Bank, all that." John Morrison was being an idiot. Was talking about it. He was on Instagram Live with like 10 million people on live, following him, watching everything go down right now, which is hilarious because he literally just took his phone out of his pocket and started talking about, "I'm going live on the IG right now." It's hilarious. It kind of been funny if he actually did go on live on IG. That would have been kind of cool, but he didn't. It was funny. And then Tucky was looking at the papers. He was like, "Hey, Miz, I got a question." He said, "In your lawyer's write-up paper, why is it that only your name is on this to take the title from or take the money bank briefcase from Otis?" Everything just stops for like 2 seconds. John Morrison looks at Miz and is like, "Wait, what?" And then Tucky beats John Morrison's ass. Love it. Good stuff. Um, man, I don't know what they're gonna do with this. Again, I don't really see Otis or Miz or John Morrison beating Roman Reigns for championship. I do have one little type thing that I want to happen. It's not going to happen, but would be like a little thing to put this Money in the Bank briefcase on there, and I'll talk about it later. But I mean, honestly, the division needs tag teams. They don't need Otis and they don't need Heavy Machinery and John Morrison and Miz fighting over Money in Briefcase. They need to get this out the way so they can put more focus on the tag team division. in my opinion. But either way, it was still great. Next up, promo by Bailey. She's so good. I love her. Please, 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 Bailey, Sasha, WrestleMania. Hold it off till WrestleMania. Uh, by the way, did realize that Naomi is actually injured. She has some type of weird injury that I never heard of. But then again, I'm not a doctor, so I don't really know about a lot of injuries. But she has some injury, which is why she hasn't been on SmackDown, and I guess she's recovering and stuff like that. So, speedy recovery. Miss you. Hearts and O's, I think, or X's and O's, whatever the saying is. But anyway, Bailey talks pretty much about Sasha Banks for a little bit, downplaying Sasha Banks, saying that she's better than her, saying that uh, she wasn't meant to be champion or all of that stuff. Turns her focus to Nikki Cross. It was like, hey, you talk about that. The reason why I didn't that you have a chance now because Sasha Banks not here. It's like, did you not see what I did to Sasha Banks? Like, maybe I'll do that to you. It's like, if I'm willing to do this to my best friend, what do you think I'm going to be able to do to you uh, come Sunday? And she's like, maybe I'll leave you like left out or laid out. She has a chair. She's like, ask Sasha and stuff like that. So this was good. I kind of expected Nikki Cross to like get her like you know get some type of heat you know on her, get like a babyface attacker on her or something, because like it seems like this match is just gonna be here because there's nobody else for her to for Bailey to take on. Like literally, Nikki Cross wins the Fatal Four Way, and from there it's been Nikki dealing with Alexa and Bailey dealing with Sasha Banks. Last week, uh, they didn't interact with each other. This week they not they didn't interact with each other. The match is gonna be great. It was gonna be good. Bailey's gonna win, but man, I just wish they had something. They did something together, but match is still gonna be good, and Bailey's still gonna win. Nakamura versus Metalik. Um, this match was decent enough. They Shinsuke Nakamura is amazing. Grand Metalik is amazing. Excuse me. Um, so when you have these two in the ring, amazing stuff happens. Nakamura wins. More dissension between Lucha House Party. My favorite part of the whole thing, and it wasn't even the match. So Nakamura wins. He does the suplex, the exploder suplex, follows with Kinshasa. He wins. Lindsay goes in the ring to like help him out, just with the slightest like effortlessly, just seamlessly slides in, boom, picks him up in a gut wrench suplex, and then just tosses him like he was like a baby pillow, like he was like a little snuggie. Just runs like as soon as you have to watch it. As soon as he goes in, he just swoops up, phew, boom, tosses him. I was like, nice. And then of course they beat him down. Where's Kalisto? Outside the ring, like. And as soon as they leave, of course he goes in, and Lindsay pushes him. He was like, "What? I'm trying to help." It's like, no, you're not. So this might be one of those things in the math realms where tag team champions is, even though they win every match, they're still going to end up being tag team champions. I don't see Metalik and Kalisto, or Kalisto and Lindsay, or Lindsay and Metalik. I don't see any form of them beating Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura. The match is going to be great, though. It's going to be excellent. Next up, the whole Uso. Oh my goodness, this whole thing. I just wanted to keep going forever. I ain't gonna hold you guys. Uso calls out Roman. He was saying all week that people was talking about that look that Roman gave after like when he walked away. He was like, I don't know, my back was turned. How am I supposed to react to something with my back was turned? He was like, hey, so Roman, how about you come out and talk to me? What's going on? Of course, he's backstage. Roman just looks at subtly just looks at Heyman, nods at him. He comes out. It says, hey, your questions will be answered on Roman Reigns' time, not on Jey Uso's time. And Jay was like, oh, okay, see, I see how it is now. Roman's out here changes his number. He got uh, Paul Heyman on voicemail doing his bidding. I got it, no problem. Uh, just know that come Sunday, Roman Reigns Uso Penitentiary, followed by the greatest video package I've ever seen. This video package is magnifique. It had Sifa and Appa. Sifa and Appa. I'm thinking of Avatar. Sifa and Akka. Um, Rikishi and Twin Uso, Jimmy. Pretty much just talk about the history between Roman Reigns and Jay. One side, they're saying that Roman Reigns was just born to like do this, like they were all cousins, but even though Roman was the youngest, he just always felt like he was always the bigger, like he was always the oldest. He always was like every time they would always fight, and he would always everything would come easy to him. Like he was natural. He was born to be successful in the wrestling business. Where on the other hand, with Jay, see him working out, he was like Jay literally had to scratch and crawl and climb his way to the top, like to get to where he is. And of course, biased Rikishi because that's Big Papa was saying that hey, it's family. But come Sunday, at Clash of Champions, Jay Uso, your new Universal Champion. Of course, Jay's brother Jimmy also was saying, "Hey, Us, come pay per view, get that championship." Uh, of course, Sika's like, "No, Us is gonna retain." And I think at the end, Rikishi was like, "Jay Uso is gonna do it at Clash of Champions for the Bloodline." And it's gonna be all love. That promo package was fire. What else was fire? Corbin versus Matt Riddle was great. Uh, I think there was like a probably a promo package before and after something happened. I didn't see it because again didn't watch the show, but I'm guessing Corbin just talked for a long time. Probably made fun of Matt Riddle, and then he came out. They had this match. From what I saw from this match, it was good stuff. They have really good chemistry in the ring together. King Corbin wins. Riddle got some good offense in there, doing some choking out. Um, there was this one cool the deep six spot um, where I think Matt Riddle was gonna go for like a knee or a kick or something, and he just like caught him and like spun him and hit the deep six. That was great. The good when he normally does like the soccer kick. That spot was great. He did like a soccer kick. Um, Corbin moves out the way, and then he does the backflip fake. He moves out the way, and then he hits the senton, and he gets up, and then he hits a soccer kick. That was good stuff. And then he goes up for floating bro. Riddle gets his knees up. I mean, not Riddle. Corbin gets his knees up. End of days. 1, 2, 3. Game over. Great stuff. Loved it. Don't know what they're gonna do with Riddle. That sucks for him, but maybe he's gonna be sad, bro, for the next week. Next up, mystery promo Carmella is untouchable. Uh, Bliss versus Lacey, another good match. Pretty much Lacey, uh, she was in control the whole match, and then fiendish things started to happen, and then that's when Bliss got crazy. Uh, Especially when the lights turned red. I think he started laughing a little bit, and then she went crazy in this trance, and then she started doing her little bliss stomps and wouldn't stop, and then got DQ'd, uh, murdered Lacey Evans, Sister Abigail, very good with the Sister Abigail. She's clean with the Sister Abigail. And yeah, she's in a trance. Fiend comes in again, starts laughing, and then she's like making this devilish look. Heads back to the ring, heads out to the to the ramp, and then Roman Reigns coming up, and then slight second there, Roman Reigns holds up championship, and Alexa Bliss just looks at the title, Roman Reigns, who Roman Reigns is like slightly like dismissed her, but like kind of like looked back at her a little bit, just kind of looking like, hey, what's going on with crazy person over here? So that was all great stuff. This is leading to, of course, Fiend versus um, Roman rematch down the line. Um, Last part of the show, it's just perfection. Roman Jay, uh, Roman answers Jay, pretty much was just saying, "Hey, bro, if I can give you this championship, I would, but like if I did, what you wouldn't even know, like you don't even know what to do with it, you know." It's like you don't know the burden it is, the responsibility it is to be the face of WWE, to be the guy in WWE. You don't know that responsibility. He said, "Hey, it's not your fault. It's like it's not your fault. You're a tag team guy. You know you always rely on your brother Jimmy. You guys are one. You're one half of the greatest tag team of this generation. Sorry, New Day. Um, I mean, you know, you can make an argument. Usos, like they are my favorite. They are my favorite tag team. I do think they are probably the best tag team of this generation. I will say they are better than the Young Bucks, in my opinion. I think New Day are better than the Young Bucks too, but that's just my opinion. But he was saying, yeah, you're one half of the greatest tag team of this generation. And come Sunday, like we used to do, I'm going to whip your ass, and it's going to be all love. He leaves. You know, Jay's just sitting there, just standing there for a little bit. He was like, "Hey, but what if? Hey, what if you're wrong? What if you don't?" Because Roman was saying, "Hey, I got to do this to not just to provide for my family, but to provide for the whole family, the whole tribe. I'm Roman Tribal Reigns. I'm Tribal Roman Reigns, Chief Tribal Reigns. I got to win to provide for everybody in the family in the whole dynasty bloodline. Like that's my responsibility." He was like, "And you don't know nothing about that." And then Jay Rebuttal was pretty much saying, "Hey, what? Hey, you think you're the only one that has to provide for your family? I have a family too that I have to provide for. Like, why can't I be the one to provide for the family? Why can't I be the one to provide for the bloodline? Why do you always have to be the one to provide? Like, this ain't we're not kids anymore. It's like we're grown men. It's like in at Clash of Champions, I'm going to whoop your ass, and I'm going to become the new Universal Champion." Roman Reigns did not like that at all. He stood there. He heard what he said. He was furious, walked away. Jay's fired up. I was like, "Yeah, Jay, you get him. You tell him, Jay. You jealous Superman punch." I was like, wow. First of all, by the way, since Roman's been back, that's the first time he's used that Superman punch. I thought that was gone from forever, but that's the first time he's used it since he's been back. He lays out Jay, and he's just yelling. He's like, "You want to do this? You want to take this from me? You want to take this from me? You want to take this from my family? This is the way I feed my family. You want to take this from me?" He's like, "You ain't never getting this." He's like, "You." He's like, "You gonna come? You say you're gonna come? You're gonna get this paycheck, and you're gonna get the ass whipping of a lifetime. You're gonna get this ass whipping that comes with it." He was like, "You will never be the head of the table. You will never be the head of the family. You will never take this from me. You will never be Universal Champion." Ooh, baby. Oh my. I will not hold you. I want this feud to continue. So this is my crazy thing. And by the way, we're done in this 24 minutes. I'm going to talk for just a couple minutes for you. Just I'm not going to go over 30 minutes. I swear to God. I swear. And I said, swear to God, I'm a holy man, so I'm gonna keep my word. Not over 30 minutes. So this is my scenario. Let's say, for the argument, this is what I want to have. Come Sunday, Clash of Champions, Jey Uso gets the win. I know, crazy thought, right? Of course, it's not going to happen. Let's say Jey Uso gets the win. All Jey, hey, I'm just saying, Jinder Mahal got him a championship. Bray Wyatt, when he had his first reign, Bray Wyatt held it for three whole weeks. Sasha Banks, she's been Raw Women's Champion 5 times. Not one single time has successfully defended the championship. She had the title for one whole week. So I'm just saying, to continue this storyline for 1 month, just one little baby month, 1 month, have Jay win the championship, right? You have him maybe, and then this is where you want Roman Reigns to be heel. This is where he becomes heel. Jay Uso comes out uh, Friday, whatever, talks about him being champion, how it means, family, all that stuff. King Corbin comes out or Sheamus comes out, says, "Oh, you're a paper champion. You're not a real champion. I could beat you for the title." And maybe Jay Uso, faces them or whatever like that. Faces one time during the day, during the beginning, and then faces the other one. So, oh, he is a fighting champion. He wins, and then out comes Roman Reigns, just mercilessly beating the holy shit out of Jey Uso, just whooping that ass left and right, tears him apart. Mr. Money in the Bank Otis comes out. Roman Reigns just looks for a little bit, and then thinking about cashing in the Money in the Bank just as soon as he gets it. Roman Reigns comes in, spears him, Superman punch spears him, lays him out. Jay looks at him, or Jay, still hurt a little bit. End show. Come back the next week, and Roman's like, "Hey, see, this is what I was talking about. You can't handle responsibilities of being champion. Like you left yourself vulnerable. Already almost lost your Money in the Bank champion contract. You already almost lost the championship to Otis, and that's where you get Otis in there a little bit. Get Otis in there a little bit. Put him in that mix for a little bit, and then you do that stuff for a couple of weeks. Hell in a Cell, Roman Reigns, Jey Uso. You keep it going. Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, Hell in a Cell, uh, inside Hell in a Cell, and this is where Roman Reigns beats Jey Uso to a bloody pulp. No questions asked. You take him. You do the Rikishi spot. Maybe there's a barrel of hay and he throws him off the barrel of hay. I don't know. But he does that. Then Roman Reigns lifts up champion at the end. He is again Universal Champion. I think it's not gonna happen, but I think you can do some stuff just for one single month. As Jey Uso as Universal Champion. With that being said, I will go on record saying that Roman Reigns is definitely winning on Sunday. There's no way that Jey Uso is winning, but that would be amazing. I would love it so much if he did it. It'd be so great. That'd be the greatest thing. Just for 1 month. What is 1 month gonna hurt anybody? It's a pandemic. Nobody. It's a pandemic. It's not gonna kill anybody if Jay wins the title for one whole month. Ratings ain't gonna go down. Ratings are gonna be perfectly fine because they're gonna want to see what's gonna happen within these next 4 weeks. I promise you. But that's been it. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. I told you 30 under 30 minutes. Keep my word. I'm out.